We will look at Leetcode problem subsets. We are given an array of unique elements and we are asked of unique subsets in any order. The elements of the array is not duplicates, which makes our life easier. And we have sets. We are asked of subsets. Let's try to do some iterations. For an empty set, the subset will be empty set. And if we have an element A, we will have an empty set and set of A. If we have two elements A and B, the subsets will be empty set A, B, A and B. And if we have a set of three A, B, C, we will have 8 subsets, empty set A, B, A and B, C, A and C, B and C, and A, B, C. Here we have a pattern. If we see that every addition will use the subsets from the previous one. And for ABC, we have subsets of AB plus copy of them and addition of C. So we can use recursion. And if we are asked for subsets of A, B, C, first we can find subsets of A and B. And then copy subsets of A and B and add each C to each of them to find subsets coming from C. And this will be in addition to the original set. Recursion will need stack allocation of n, and we can also solve this problem through iteration, which will not require that space. Let's write our array and we will iterate through items. Initially we will have an empty set, and for the first item we will only add itself 1, and for the second item we will copy subsets up to then and add second item 2, 1 and 2, and for the third one we repeat the same. So we copy subsets up to then and add 3 to each. Our algorithm will be initialize subsets with an empty set, and for each item in the array and for each set in subsets up to that point, copy and add item to it. Copy operation will need complexity of n, and these two loops will need doubling for n times, so it will need 2 to the power n. And compute complexity will be n times 2 to the n, and space complexity will be constant if we can make the copy in place. Let's try to code. Here is our Go editor. We will initialize power sets. We can make a slice of integers. And we will add an empty set to it. We will use a for loop to iterate elements of nums. We do not want the index, so we can mask it. We need the length of subsets up to this point, so we save it to a variable. We will write another for loop to iterate of the subsets up to this point. And we allocate the copy slice that has the same size of the one we want to copy from. Power set E. And now we can perform the actual copy operation. We also append the item V to it. And we add this copy set to power set. And we do return result. Let's check. Looks good. Looks good indeed. Let's also code in CPP. We initialize our return variable. It will be a vector of integer vector. We initialize our return variable and add an empty set to it. We iterate through the nums vector. Constant auto reference, and we get the v out of it. And in each iteration, first we would like to get length of subsets up to that point. And we will use another for loop for the subsets. And we iterate through up to this length we have found. So we push back of the copy that we would like to have, power set E. Now we have to copy and we have to append the number V to it. We can use pushback again. And then we return the subsets. Let's see. And looks okay. Here is our Python editor. And we need a power set variable, and we add an empty set to it. And we will iterate through the nums. and we get the length of subsets up to that point, and we need another iteration of these subsets, and for each of them we make a copy, and we also need to append the number v to these subsets. And we should be okay to return. Let's check. Cool.